Welcome back to Studio F, where on Fast Times at B, we'll step back to 1998 and review SLC Punk. Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds.
Russell!
Welcome back to Fast Times at B. I'm Willie B. I've got Kory with me. How the hell are we doing, man?
All right.
Yeah?
Yep.
So, stepping in here for the 1998 poll winner, we have SLC Punk.
Yep.
You said it when we were off screen. My whole life I wondered what SLC meant.
Mm-hmm.
And they dropped that on you pretty quickly.
5 minutes in, and it's easy. I feel like I easily could have just heard it and not thought anything about it, but luckily I was feeling pretty attentive.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Salt Lake City.
It makes a lot more sense. I always wondered. I'll figure it out when I see this movie. You know? You do. And it's
kind of simple.
It's very simple. Probably
Incredibly,
could have thought of it, but...
Yeah. I didn't... Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Director-wise, we got James Marandino. He hasn't really done anything else I've seen, so this was my first watch of his. Cast-wise, though, we've got some recognizable faces. We've got Matthew Lillard, who is just the man.
Sure.
We've got Michael Gorzhin, who just looks like De Niro in this movie.
Yep.
We've got Devon Sawa from the Final Destination fame. Jason Segel is in this one.
Big fan.
How I Met Your Mother, Freaks and Geeks, and many movies.
Yes.
Christopher McDonald from Happy Gilmore fame in this movie.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Plays the father of our main character Steve-O.
Can we talk about, by the way, did you look up their age difference?
It was like 10 years.
15.
I did the same thing, yeah.
His
mom and him were 10 years apart.
Yeah.
And his dad was 15.
I sat there the whole movie being like, I was like, they gotta be roughly the same
Like,
age.
he's 18 in the scene that I'm... Were you watching the scene when they were giving him, like, before he went to college and he was 18 and they're like...
Yeah.
And I was like, they don't look like they could be that far off.
I don't know. Well, just first of all, I was like, I know Matthew Lillard's getting close to 60, but I was like, there's no way Christopher McDonald's like 80.
No. That's exact. We had the same. That's so funny. We had the same exact thought process. I looked it up during that scene because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, there's no way.
I was like, this doesn't seem right. Yeah.
I've seen some of the teasers for the new Happy Gilmore. He's not that old, right? Like,
sometimes movies just do that, and it's weird. Like the Shaft reboot or whatever that has Michael Jackson, Sam Jackson, and whatever. The guy who plays the original Shaft before his Shaft plays his dad, but there's like 5 years between them or something like that. Yeah,
you love it when I do that. But well, we'll start with the good, and I did not know a lot going into this movie. I just knew Matthew Lillard was in it.
Same,
and I've heard it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It is definitely a coming of age film, and that is one of my favorite genres.
Sure.
So I enjoyed it in that sense. It truly is. You know, it's up there with the rest of them. It fits the mold of just that coming of age. There's not really like this huge overarching plot that's pushing the movie. It's just our characters developing. And I love a movie that you just get to watch characters do their thing, and at the end they're different.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things. Not by any means my favorite coming of age, but I had a good time watching this. I did it. It's from an entertainment standpoint, it's fun. It makes you feel a lot of different emotions, especially the ending makes you... I cried. I cried during this movie.
It got spoiled for me by my own sleep, so that was unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate.
Woke up, I fell asleep midway through the movie. I hadn't slept well the night before, and I woke up right in the climax of the movie, and I was like, well, that fucking sucks, doesn't it?
Had to backtrack and then know that's coming.
Yeah. So every scene I'm like, is this the one where Bob dies?
But I think it is a good coming of age, though. You know, obviously Steve-O's our main character. You got his best friend Bob, and you got many other wild characters that join him in this adventure. But Steve-O is who we follow through all of this. I didn't expect as many fourth wall breaks, but this movie's almost shot exclusively in fourth wall breaks.
Yeah, this movie is like probably 60% like Emperor's New Groove, fourth wall, like just speaking to you. And he also has that ability that like some characters have to like take a character and temporarily move them into the fourth wall, and they'll say something to you, and then they go right back to being a background whatever.
Yeah. But I dug it because Matthew Lillard, I love Matthew Lillard. I think
Mm-hmm.
he was fantastic in this movie, especially when you're talking about the scene.
Mm-hmm.
But you get his outrageous use of his teeth and like big open mouth.
Yeah.
And it's his staple, honestly. Like
Sure, yeah.
He did it a lot when he was Stu Mocker in '96. I mean,
I don't know if you have the same thought, but all throughout the movie, I couldn't help but feel like I had this realization. I'm like, a lot of Matthew Lillard's voice is based on the fact that he always kind of sounds like he's like got the sniffles.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's like he's got a sniffly type voice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but that's the feeling I had.
But he's still the man in this one. He definitely has the most character development in this movie.
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
Being an anarchist to going to school to literally mess up the system and learn what's wrong with law. And then by the end of it, he loses his best friend and he's going to Harvard Law School. Has a nice little buzz cut, cleans himself up.
Yeah.
But
interesting story. Yeah.
My favorite scene in this movie is probably the one where his dad and him are in the car.
Yeah, me too.
That little one-on-one.
They had an insane amount of rapport, those two. Really good chemistry.
Honestly, and it's
Like,
funny because it's a scene where they're going back and forth, but it's still all lighthearted.
Yeah.
Like they're raising their voice and they're like, come on, let's go to lunch. Like,
yeah, and they're both digging at each other. And they're also, I don't know, it's very strange because they call each other out. They call each other hypocrites almost. Yeah. Telling each other to grow up and whatever, but there's also like a sense of like fatherly love. Like I also didn't expect Christopher McDonald's character to have like acceptance of his son, being like the freak, outlandish, whatever.
SLC Punk,
the
original,
but he does, and they don't. It's just a lot more interesting. I actually thought it was it was a pretty well layered movie.
Yeah.
I didn't say this to you because I wanted to leave how I felt about the movie up to mystery for you. That's why I didn't log it on Letterboxd or anything. I had a ball with this. I had a really good time. I actually ended up really like it, surprising amount.
Me too.
I like this movie.
When I was going into it, I was like, I either feel like it's gonna be middle of the road to like 7 out of 10, like capped out. You'll see with my score.
Yeah, we'll see.
I had a good time.
Yeah. I didn't. My expectation for the movie, not knowing anything about it, was like that like schlocky post The Matrix late 90s just that was just Mission Impossible. But just like hardcore hacker themes and people typing at computers with really stupid hair, and I just thought it was going to be that the whole movie.
Okay.
But it wasn't. It didn't even have the same vibe that I thought it was going to have.
So I knew it was a comedy, but I didn't know it would have as much drama to it. I didn't I never knew it was a coming of age film. I didn't know that musical was listed on Google, by the way. It's definitely not a musical. There's one concert scene, and it's nobody breaks out into a musical number.
No.
It's no Joker 2. No. Anyways.
No movie's a Joker 2.
But going back to that scene,
yeah.
Did you notice what they were eating at lunch? They're kind of at like an upscale restaurant.
No, I didn't.
Chris McDonald's eating like a nice pasta, red sauce. And then there's just a hot dog on Matthew Lillard's plate.
Oh, really?
It's like a hot dog and a bun. There's on this big plate, a singular hot dog with a bite taken out of it.
I did not look.
And I was like, this is awesome.
That's interesting.
That's the SLC Punk right there, eating a hot dog at a fancy restaurant.
I do love that scene where his parents are like, we need to talk about your future and whatever. Yeah. And at the end of it, he's like, just so you guys know, I love you, but I'm 18. Fuck you. Like, I'm not going to school or whatever. Yeah.
And he goes and gets good grades. But,
and he's basically, the whole movie, his dad's like, just remember, I'm not a sellout. And he's like, dude, you're a fucking sellout. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I bought in. What did he say? I didn't sell out, I bought in. Yeah.
He bought in.
Then he makes fun of him with a Porsche. But,
the Jewish thing and... Yeah.
Honestly, the third act is like where this movie really like takes
a
off
turn
for me, because I would say when the start of it is when Matthew Lillard and not his girlfriend, but the girl he is, I guess, going steady with, because remember, punks don't believe in love.
Yeah.
Whatever she is, they have like an acid trip, and they consummate their relationship on a bench. They view the world obscure. They both think they're dying at one point. You see the world explode behind her, and not great effects, but it's and then from there it's like there's some parties. he sees her sleeping with a guy right after he tells Bob that he's a poser because he loves somebody. He can tell he's in love because he just kicks the shit out of this dude.
Even though they had an agreement that it's not like that.
And then he's starting to think, oh shit, maybe I'm a poser. And then you get the last party, and then you get the Bob scene. And then the third act, like, all of that I just said happens within like 25 minutes.
It's a mess.
Like a good mess.
For me, yeah. For me, I felt like a really strong, kind of disturbing turning point whenever their buddy, is it Mark, the guy that's from another country and has the weird accent, the psycho, where he leaves and he's like, yeah, we never saw Mark again, like we don't know what happened to him, whatever. There's like a weird shift there because right after that is also, right whenever Bob starts to tell him like, I'm into this girl Trish, and he's like, oh, by the way, this girl, like I sold myself for $37 or whatever. And whenever they walk off, I just remember having a feeling of like something feels off about this. And then after Bob tells him like I'm in love, and you know what, Salt Lake City isn't that bad, and just like I don't know, everything gets kind of turned on its head in a weird way. That's when I especially got interested because I was like, I see where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Now.
Well, then like the party after that like is where he's talking to the girl all night. He takes Bob home from the bathroom after he breaks another mirror. Right there's like right after their big like kind of fight, and even then you can see like at the end of the day that's still his best friend.
Still his best. Yeah, absolutely.
He's taking Bob home. He tells the girl, I'll call you tomorrow, not knowing what's going to happen. But
and Bob's like unhinged, but I do like the idea that like he's kind of the only person who can give Bob shit, and Bob won't like, he'll still freak out, but he won't like fight him over it or anything. Like there's a level of understanding. And
Bob's like character arc too is kind of crazy because you're looking at it like at the beginning of the movie, the scene that sticks out with me with Bob is when he's talking about Devon Sawa's character.
Oh yeah,
and that's a fantastic scene. By
the
way.
Where he's talking about like staying away from drugs.
Yeah, and then an overdose is what did him in. And like Matthew Lillard kind of has a monologue talking about it. I'm like, damn, that's like, it's crazy that it's a full circle moment, but it's so sad too. You know, that somebody gave him the wrong thing for a headache, and knowingly gave him the wrong thing.
Yeah, but, right.
Bob didn't know, and dude, that scene, Matthew Lillard sold it.
Yeah,
he did. Like,
yeah, it's sad, and also
he's got like the spit coming out. The crying was so good.
I find that crying scenes are best when they don't look like pretty,
Yeah,
because like when you're really doing a cry, like shit looks ugly.
I wasn't ready for this today, man.
Yeah, like, all that is terrible. And also, like, good on the makeup department or whatever, because the minute they cut to Bob's face, like, oh, he's cooked.
And he touches him and falls back.
Yeah, because he's cold to the touch. And he looks blue and he looks dead for real.
There was this video I saw after I watched the movie. It was like Matthew Lillard's reaction to the scene, and I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I want to because I want it's him now. Like,
I didn't know that. Yeah, ago, I would love to watch that.
Watching that scene over.
Interesting.
Yeah. I really wish I watched this movie before we met him.
Yeah.
Because I probably wouldn't have asked about Scream.
Yeah.
I probably been like, dude, that scene in SLC Punk, and he'd probably been like, hell yeah, man. Like, because he probably gets asked about Scream and Scooby Doo. To all his end.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Well, we know he did. Yeah.
So, like, I wish I would have watched this before we met him.
Yeah.
If we get another chance, I'm definitely going in this line just to ask him about that scene, dude.
Definitely underrated actor, because, man, that scene breaks your heart bad.
Oh, it does. It does.
And, I'm screaming about, like, you were my only friend. He's, like, calling him a poser. Yeah. He's like, because real punk rockers don't die, whatever. It's fucking sad.
It's like, it is. It's so sad. I'm crying, but at the same time, it's still beautiful. Like, how he's still, still going along with, like, because what it felt like to me was Dead's Declassified. That this guy was just teaching us punk.
Yeah.
And even through this, he's like, punk rockers don't die. Like, you're still getting the lesson, but he's in, like, shock and mourning and, like...
Well, I definitely had the idea in my head. I was like, that's probably his last... I mean, slowly, they were introducing that, like, he's not as punk rock as he says he is.
Yeah.
But especially after Bob dies, I think, that, like, that's kind of his last tether to being punk, Yeah. It kind of just felt like that was probably going to be his turn to grow up, I guess.
Well, they were the first two punks, and then you got Jason Segel going to Notre Dame.
I loved his character.
Oh, dude, he was just a nerd who would just
Fascinating.
kick the shit out of people.
Oh my god, the fact that he was like, yeah, he looks like a nerd or whatever, but he's like, I love that
He's a
scene.
punk.
The scene where they're like, he's more than he looks or whatever, and there's a guy bumps into him or something or whatever, and he just like folds his glasses real quick, just like slams the dude's head into a wall out of nowhere.
Or at the punk rock show when Bob's
yeah.
getting beat up by the bouncer, and he just goes up there and kicks the shit out of him.
And that's another scene that like kind of showed me where this movie was kind of starting to go, was like whenever he's like, hey, just so you guys know, like I'm leaving, I'm going to Notre Dame, you know.
Yeah.
Nice hat.
Oh yeah.
You know, and he's like I got to get out of here, like I can't do this forever, you know, I'm 18, whatever. And it's almost like the Sandlot, where you see everyone slowly starting to fall apart and go their own directions. Yeah. Yeah.
It's the scene when he kicks out the back of the cop car and dips.
Oh yeah, yeah. After he just fought the cops for like essentially no reason. Yeah. He looks like a geek.
Yeah. 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 Good character for sure. Good supporting character. Oh no, I had a fun time with this. I enjoyed all of the characters, even Devin Sawa's character. I mean, you talk about another sad. I mean, like his mom's scared of him. He's begging on the side.
It's tragic. Yeah. That's another scene. Whenever they ran into him on the street, and he's like, it was like a dark mirror reflection of where I could be, you know, in the future. Whatever. Like
and then he
was already thinking about it. Yeah. Hey, exactly. But again, that was whenever he said that, I was like, I think this guy's like coming around, like he knows where, because I guess there are some people that are like, you have to be a pop star to be able to be that and kind of stay that. Yeah. But I think most people know that like there's going to be a point where it's like, you kind of just got to get past being punk or whatever, you know?
For sure.
Just kind of how it goes.
We'll be punk forever.
Yeah, sure.
We're punk rockers. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's the real punk rock. Yeah.
Dude, a lot of punk rock movies in July for us, huh?
A big fan.
Yeah, I love it.
Big fan.
I'm going to put that in your real life punk rocker.
Good. I'm a punk rocker. Yes, I am.
Love it. Anything else in the good?
I mean, no. I mean, overall, I think we covered it. For the most part, pretty good stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
I'll throw one more thing in there. I like the set design a lot.
Oh yeah.
The party scenes, their house, like just it was fun.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes into color too. A lot of fun color, and the party scenes are just fun to watch. They really are.
Yeah.
But we can hop over to the meh. I think the only thing I have to gripe about this film really is it is kind of edited mess.
Sometimes
it's messy, like when it comes to the editing. And I think
the ecstasy scene, like I specifically was fine with that because you're in a state of drugs. It's supposed to.
I was gonna say, for the most part, I feel it was intentional.
Yeah.
But there was times where I'm like, okay, this is getting to be a bit too much.
It's a bit much. Yeah. Hard to follow.
Hard to just watch. That's really it, though.
I have some other minor gripes.
Yeah, hit me. Maybe I'll agree with you because I'm drawing a blank. Like I did enjoy this movie for a good
same
good amount.
Like specifically, I can't really point it out, but towards the beginning, there was a moment here or there where I was like, all right, where's this going? Like, I'm like, I just kind of don't really give a shit. I get it. You're punk rock. Get out of my face. But I'm only putting that in the mad because I think later on, I see where they were coming at with some of those things now.
I can get behind you with that because I didn't realize this was a coming of age movie. So at the beginning, I'm like, what is this movie? You know,
very
the
strange.
first half hour, you're like, where's this going?
Okay,
you know?
You're like, okay, cool.
Yeah. So I can get behind that with you.
There's that. And my biggest gripe I have is the bald cap that they give Matthew Lillard when he has that mohawk. That's atrocious. Did you look closely at that?
Now, you just jogged my memory because I remember.
My God!
I remember thinking that. I was like, "Is that just a really bad bald cap?"
Oh, it's so bad. Literally watching it, you could see where it's crinkling at the seam. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even the hair doesn't even look real. Like when he's moving his head and shit, I'm like, that's not.
Yeah. I'm glad they went the blue route for the rest of the movie and gave Bob the real mohawk.
Yeah, because the one he had, I was like, God, that is bad.
Yeah,
doesn't even look for real.
No.
Yeah. That's probably my biggest gripe for the
fair.
movie.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to complain about.
I think there are some outdated things that are in the movie.
Oh yeah,
here and there, but I put that in the mad just because it's like. Things were different. It just is what it is.
years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can hop over to our final thoughts and ratings. What do you want to leave off with SLC Punk? What do you give it out of 10?
I mean, overall, I think this is a really great coming-of-age movie. I did not have any expectations.
Yeah.
I think it actually had a really compelling arc for some characters that were also like well layered.
Yeah.
Because especially like the main, 2 or 3 characters, there's a lot to think about with those guys, but especially Matthew Lillard's character. I think they did a really good job of planting the seeds of him being more than just a punk rock kid.
Yeah.
And overall, I think it's just a fascinating, interesting watch. It's very atypical. It's definitely different.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bad. I was either having a good time and it was fun, or I was feeling kind of sad and existential.
Yeah.
And I think that was really great. I think it's a really great film. I'm gonna go with a solid 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. I'm very close to you. I was going 8 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with a lot of what you just said. Matthew Lillard was so great. To me, this didn't feel like a movie I'd ever, like, even when it came out, I would ever see in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a movie you've got to watch, like, you know what I mean? Like,
at home.
didn't it just feel like a home?
Yeah, watching
like,
that in a theater, I feel like I would feel weird about it.
I don't know if it would hit.
I don't think it would make sense.
Usually the theater enhances a watch experience.
Yeah.
I feel like this was like man cave streaming on Tubi for free. Like I think this was a great first watch.
Mm-hmm.
I had like the lights perfect down in the basement.
That's a good point. Like even Dazed and Confused, I can't imagine seeing that in a theater.
That one maybe a little more than this one.
That
but
one
still
more so for sure.
Yeah, I get
but
what you're
like,
saying.
Honestly, any comedy movie, like even like a Talladega Nights or something. I love that movie, but I'm like, I can't imagine watching that not at home.
Yeah,
rented at Dairy Queen, Drug Mart.
This was definitely a home movie though, and I'm gonna keep my eye out for it on tape.
Oh, me too.
I would add it to the collection for sure.
Yeah.
And I plan on watching it again at some point. It was
Me too.
I'm gonna give it a little time because that ending got me good.
It's fresh. Yeah.
But no, I had a really good time watching this. Like you said, no expectation. The only thing I knew about it, other than Matthew Lillard, was again that Zach was a fan of it.
Yeah.
That So, other than that,
yeah,
we were just going into it. No, Matthew Lillard.
Pretty much blind. And again, the
De Niro
expectation I had for it was luckily wrong.
Yeah.
Because there's plenty of movies in that era where people have stupid hair and stupid outfit, and it's going, and they're just hacking with dumb glasses and whatever.
Yeah.
I really had to I struggled there to not do Mission Impossible again. By the way,
No, you did like the what was the snowboarding video game? You did like the soundtrack to that.
Freaking was it SFX or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tricky or something like that. Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah.
But great movie.
Great movie. Yeah.
But that'll do it for SLC Punk. Kory, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you all for watching. If you like what you're watching, check out some other videos. Hit the subscribe button or follow the social links down below. Let us know what you think of SLC Punk, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.